To the capstone project, full stack restaurant application video presentation. This is the first part. In this part, we are going to talk about app diagram, front end architecture, authentication, and Stripe payment. So this is a three-tier full stack application architecture. You have the front end presentation layer in the browser client, and the middle tier serves the web page and then also handles the application logic and the back end data store. This project is developed using Next.js framework and Strapi application. So I think the boundary is a little bit blurred. Uh, in the front end, of course, we have the Bootstrap, Babel, JSX. Next.js provides most of the front end implementation, like the static and dynamic web page, manage the state, re-rendering, all those stuff. But I think it also function as the middle tier a little bit, like an HTTP server. And we also have the GraphQL, which is like a middle tier. It facilitates the communication between the front end and the back end database. And the Strapi is it's kind of in between of the middle tier and the back end database. It provides a set of API the front end can call to talk to the back end database. And the database, ideally we should use MongoDB, but I had a lot of problem with MongoDB, so I ended up just using the SQLite database together with Strapi. Uh, and then it also has the outside payment system, which is the Stripe payment, is kind of in cloud data store. Then the front end architecture is we have the top level app.js. It has the app context, provides it's like a global variable everybody can access. And then the layout has the left bar and the index, like the main component, a main page, and then it calls a bunch of it has a bunch of page routes, login, handles login, register, checkout, and then have a lot of React components to help with the front end rendering logic. And authentication, there are two types of authentication used here. One is the user password authentication. That just takes advantage of the Strapi built-in user table, handles login, register, and then it also uses the OAuth2 authentication. This is used for making payment to Stripe payment system. And to set up the Stripe system, you have to first log into go to stripe.com, set up an account there. It will give you a public and secret key pair. And then in your front end checkout page, you will put your Stripe's public key there. And that's used by the checkout page to generate Stripe token. And then together with the user token and the Stripe token, those will be passed to the backend API endpoint, like orders. And then the middle tier Stripe API will use the Stripe's secret key and then make a payment to talk to Stripe and make a payment, and at the same time insert an order to the Stripe backend database. So this is how the application, the overall flow, and that concludes the first part presentation. Thanks.